I am Shane Hunter. I'm Mingus Union Junior in digital film. Our topic for today is the Mingus Union High School Counseling Department. This is Cynthia Harry-Cayley,
Hello.
and I have 5 questions for you.
Okay.
Number 1 would be, why did you decide to become a counselor?
I decided to become a counselor because I worked in a middle school before as a teacher for a number of years, and I observed what the school counselors did there, and I thought it was an interesting job, and I sort of started asking them about what they did, and I saw the help that they provided for the students that I worked with, and yeah, that was the rest is history.
All right.
Oh gosh, how far back do I go? I got my undergraduate in psychology, and just FYI, there's not a whole lot you can do with an undergraduate college degree in psychology. So I worked in restaurants, and then I decided to go back to school to get my certificate in nuclear medicine technology, which has nothing to do with anything that I had studied before, or so I thought. So I worked in hospitals for a few years, and we did scans, injected people with radioactive isotopes, and then scanned certain areas of their bodies. And during that test, usually it would take like half an hour to an hour long, what I realized is that I really love talking to people. So I got to just sit there and listen to their stories. And I thought this is what I really like to do. And I always gravitated towards helping kids and helping people. So I thought, okay, I'm gonna get my master's in school counseling. So that's when I went back to school and got my master's in school counseling and became a school counselor.
Before becoming a counselor at Mingus, did you have any other passions?
I did. I worked for a number of years with a nonprofit. I worked at a camp for children with serious illnesses, life-threatening diseases, blood disorders, and I did that here and internationally. I loved that job, and that sort of sparked my movement into education and then into counseling as well. And I just think the world of nonprofit is a great place to be in general.
I've been an athlete almost all my life. Lots of sports injuries now have kept that to a minimum, but I still get to ride my bike, and I read, and I have a wonderful family, and life is good.
What do you do on a daily basis in the counseling?
Absolutely runs the gamut. We help kids with college and career plans. So today I've already had 3 senior meetings talking to them about scholarships and what they want their plans to be after high school. I've helped a couple kids in crisis, so they were upset about family stressors. And I've helped a few parents, set up a few parent meetings. And it just goes on and on. The list goes on and on. Classes, I've been chasing around kids who are at 6 absences. So we have a stricter attendance policy now. So today I was doing that as well, talking about kids if they're at their 6th absence and what happens after that.
A lot of things, and it's hard to say exactly what the schedule will be. Like, for instance, today I met with a couple of students who were going through some issues, dealing with some anxieties around school and home. I helped a student move out of a class for some physical reasons. She had an injury, so I had to come out of PE, so the schedule adjustment, that's a big part of it. I have made a couple phone calls to parents for students who are not attending classes, and then just sort of behind the scenes managerial paperwork like data keeping. For instance, today I created our school profile for the 2019-20 school year, which is a document that basically is a summary of everything that we offer here at Mingus that we send to colleges with students' transcripts. So a lot of different things in one day. And it can vary even from there.
What are some difficulties of being part of the counseling department?
I wouldn't say any difficulties of being part of the department, but we do have a ratio of about 1 school counselor for every 450 kids. So that is the biggest barrier that we just all wish, and I wish that I could do more for my 450 students, but it's just not possible because there are only so many hours in a day, but we do the best we can.
I think the hardest thing is sometimes not being able to fix an issue. For instance, a student comes in and is really struggling with something at home, though counselors can provide some comfort in that moment, it doesn't always provide a long-term solution for the student. Similarly, if we have students experiencing homelessness or some larger issue, it is just providing that temporary relief, not necessarily a permanent solution. And I think in general, that's the hardest thing, like sort of going home from this place with unsolved problems or leaving problems unsolved.
Okay. Do you like being a counselor?
Yeah, I love it. This is what I wanted to do. It's what I hoped to do when I started graduate school at the University of Connecticut, and it's what I am doing now. So yeah, I do. I really like it. And I like working here at Mingus.
What is your favorite aspect of being a counselor?
I think in the same way that like sometimes things are unsolved, the best part about being a counselor is sometimes seeing a problem be solved, or seeing a student who has overcome a barrier, or helping a student or a family to overcome something, and being able to witness the fruits of that labor is really good. I like that part. It's very fulfilling.
Yes.
If so, what is your favorite aspect?
Talking to kids. That's my absolute favorite part. Just, I think that everybody has struggles in their life, and I think if kids have somebody that they can trust that will validate what they're going through, I don't tend to give advice, because I think that everybody finds their own way, and they're going to do their own thing regardless of any advice anybody else gives them. So I really just try to empower kids to make the best choices for themselves, and to validate and empathize with whatever experience they're going through.
Do you have anything else you wanted to add?
No, I think
No?
I'm good. Congratulations on
All right.
being in digital film.
Thank you. Do you have anything else you want to add?
No, but thank you for doing this, and thank you for appreciating counselors.
All right, thank you. I'm Shane Harder from Mingus Union High School.